What's up, guys? We'll go back to OJ's story, and of course, we're still in Nairobi. Today is my fourth day, so it's amazing what I've gotten to learn about on my trip to Nairobi. Nairobi is literally established on the land of the Maasai, so this is home to the Maasai, just like in Kampala, where Kampala is established in the land of the Baganda. So in Kampala, we're literally living in the land of the Baganda. But the different thing is, the people in Nairobi did not learn Maasai. You getting it? You click it? But for us in Kampala, we literally embraced the language of the Baganda, the cultures of the Baganda, the traditions, literally. So Buganda has been a very impactful part of a lot of culture in Uganda, But here, they haven't really adopted much of the Maasai culture, and traditions, or speaking the language, But this is mainly because most of the people here, a lot of the people here literally speak Swahili, So there's more impact of the Swahili language and culture-wise, because I see they eat also a lot of pilau and stuff. Of course, I had that in the restaurant. But yeah, so those are some of the things that kind of are twists and turns and the things that I've been seeing so far. Here in Nairobi, of course, reaching here. But I think the thing is that people are really, really nice, because even throughout the journey from Kampala to here in Nairobi, it was really smooth. The people are nice, the people are respectful, the people are really, really civilized people, I must say. It's not like there were some rowdy people on the bus or anything, people trying to argue and, scuffle and all that. But it was really smooth. So, also I think it's because of the way the bus companies also operate. Because first of all, I managed to book my ticket for coming to Nairobi online. That is mashpoa.com, their website. So I literally booked and paid there and then online. And after a few minutes, I got my e-ticket. So literally, I did not have to go to Mashpoa offices, scramble there in a line to book and stuff. So that literally also shows a certain amount of organization, And then I just went there when it was time, 7:30 to leave, for Nairobi. But of course, it was the bus reached late for some reasons, which I don't know, but it reached late, it reached Kampala late. So that also factored into the time to reach Nairobi, definitely. So we reached Nairobi at around midday, which was kind of really late, because I expected to reach Nairobi at least by 8:30, 8:50, so I can start my day. But I reached here and I was very tired and all that, so I had to literally spend the rest of the day just checking in and resting and all that. But this bus was literally very comfortable. So the thing is, these guys, I think the bus comes with its own seats, but these guys had to reinstall different seats. Very, very comfortable seats. Literally, the handles are made out of wood, and they are thick cushions and really wider. So you're not trying to press with it. Because when the thing is that I didn't have anyone besides me, so it was really comfortable. I literally lay down to sleep in the night. So it was amazing. It was warm inside the bus. Also, the other thing is, it was quite quiet. So it was really nice. It was really nice, that bus trip. I think even going back, I want to book Mashpoa again, because I really liked it, honestly, guys. If you're living from Kampala to Nairobi, just get Mashpoa. At least that's my recommendation. The other buses may also be good, but at least I'm telling you what I experienced, So from Kampala to Nairobi, we managed to have one stop that was around, I don't know if it was Nakuru or something. Yeah. So we stopped there, had some breakfast. Those who wanted to ease themselves. Yeah, then we came to Nairobi. So reaching Nairobi, oh my God. I must say, infrastructure-wise, yeah, Nairobi has gone crazy on the infrastructure, The roads are amazing. The buildings are, yeah, I think they have more skyscrapers than you have in Kampala. The buildings are high risen. The road network is good. There are no potholes around the city. We even got to drive out of the city and there were no potholes. Can you imagine? Like, I was like, damn, in Kampala right now, just a few, even in the middle of the city, man. Even in the middle of Mapira, you're going crazy on the potholes and stuff. So here, I haven't felt any pothole. I won't lie. And yet, yesterday, I think a day before yesterday, we literally had a drive out to Jomo Kenyatta Airport. Can you imagine? That is almost 80 kilometers out of the city. So, without having any pothole, guys, these guys are doing something right that you don't know. Like, well, why can't we fix our roads in Kampala? You know? I mean, Uganda, let's give our props for the highways also, but literally in the inner city, roads need to be fixed. Because these guys, they are not playing around. The roads are literally very nice, no potholes, no nothing, and the roads are clean. That's what I can tell you guys. The roads are really clean, you know. Of course, there are some roads that are a little bit littered, but that is downtown. Yeah, that's downtown. That's the riverside, the river road side and stuff. But up in the middle of the town, the city and stuff, it is really, really, really clean, guys. It's amazing, honestly. You get to see it, like, damn, you know. So I was walking around Moi University, Masai Market, and all those spots around there, and damn, dude, what is going on here? First of all, the structures, guys. The structures. The structures are just monumental, I must tell you. You know, there are some buildings that I look at, damn, what were they thinking even building this? But they are marvels of architecture, you know, as compared to back home. But I think there's something that these guys are doing right that we need to, of course, jump onto, you know. So it's just amazing being in Nairobi here. Though one of the things I miss is the good, nice food in Kampala. Definitely, I've had meals in restaurants here, and some restaurants have not disappointed, but definitely food-wise, hands down, UG, we are still taking the food part of it. Even the Kenyans themselves, those who have visited Kampala, they will tell you one thing they love about Uganda is the food. And I know why they're saying that, because I've had food in most of these restaurants. I mean, some of the restaurants, not all of them. Yeah. And I must tell you, UG, food-wise, you're doing it right. Guys, the other thing I haven't told you is Nairobi City is really big. You know, in Kampala, you're going to drive just a few meters away from the city and you're already seeing, you know, some lousy houses going on. But you're going to drive like, I told you, we drove like 80 kilometers to Jomo Kenyatta Airport, and they were on flats and stuff like that for kilometers and kilometers. So these guys, you know, that shows you that people are actually kind of rich in Nairobi, you know. People have money. If people are able to have such good buildings, like for longer kilometers, even now in the suburbs of Nairobi. Yeah, and not just like residentials, but apartments and all that out of the city, a lot of kilometers out of the city. You know, that means that people in Kenya actually, you know, they got money to invest and of course establish these structures, you know. But also that shows that the population is being catered for, because as the city grows, the population grows, and therefore you have to provide accommodation for those people. So these guys are literally, you know, catering for that, investing, and yeah, that shows that people are literally earning good money here. And the other thing, you guys, that I should not forget, guys, is the Matatu. Oh my god. The Matatu is a whole different experience. So the Matatu would serve like the taxis in Kampala, but these are mini buses. These are mini buses full of art. They are These buses are painted with art all over, but also they have the images, images of American superstars. Mostly these are American actors, American musicians. Yeah, celebrities definitely, But the other crazy thing about these buses is these mini buses is the music in them. These buses are really, really loud. And the funny thing is that I actually sat into one, but the people seated inside are really calm. So me and my friend, he's also a content creator, he's called Ivan at Highway. We sat in one of them Matatus, and we were going crazy. We just started singing along with the songs that were playing, because they played a lot of hip hop and reggae music. So I started thinking, I was like, I think this is one of the ways most of the people are really influenced by Western music here, and of course a lot of reggae, dancehall, because this is what they play mostly, and it's kind of a channel that most people use the Matatus here. So most people are going to be listening to such songs. It's not your choice literally. These guys are playing it for you. It's not like you're asking for, hey, conductor weka hii mwembo or something. These guys are going to hit you hard. The music is so loud. For me, of course, we're jamming to the music, but just for a little while, and later, after a few minutes, it just becomes too loud for you. And I'm like, how are these guys able to stand this, for, especially like those who are going a long journey, because for us, we're just around town, but still, after a few minutes, it was no longer fun. It was too loud. And just check it out. If a person was really tired and just wanted to have a little quiet and go home, it kind of can disturb you. So I feel like that's another weird experience, but that's Nairobi. That's one of the things that make Nairobi Nairobi. So there are a lot of things that will shock you. But also the other thing is that there's no really serious traffic here as it is in Kampala. I mean, in Kampala we can be in traffic. Oh my God, the traffic in Kampala is crazy. But I think it has been catered for because of the road networks here. The roads are wider here. The roads are so many. There are flyovers all over the place. The roads are wide, and they're literally increasing. So it's amazing what these guys are doing. And when I was talking to one of the border guys, and he told me, I told him Nairobi is very clean, Nairobi is very nice, and he was like, yeah, but we're just trying to they're just trying to learn how to be clean, and but also he said Nairobi can be better, So what we are yearning for, these guys are even yearning for better, And I've asked, I think 2 people so far. One of the guys, my friend Humphrey, who was taking us around, gave us a drive around from Nairobi out to the outskirts, over 100 kilometers away and back. And we were just chatting, and he was telling us, we were telling him how nice Nairobi is, because it's like coming from, I won't say Kampala is a village, but I'm going to do a simple comparison. It's like a person coming from the village to Kampala. You realize, there's some cool stuff here, and back home we don't have stuff like that. So when you tell a person in the city like, oh damn, you guys have this, and the person in the city telling you, dude, we can do better. So of course Nairobi can do better, but so they are on the right trajectory, as you can see. So we're still going ahead. I'm still giving you guys the gist. So the other thing is the borders here. There are literally not much borders, There are not many borders. So most of the people are using these Matatus, Uber and stuff like that. And the motorcycles for public transport are really few. So there's no that kind of scuffle that we're going to have in Kampala. Borders are trying to ram into the cars and all that. And of course the Matatus, there are many, but not as crowded as our taxis in Kampala. But also, these guys are disciplined, Our taxi guys in Kampala are not easy, honestly. They have road rage. They're always messing around with everyone in the city, They are trying to overtake all the time. So these guys have a lot of discipline, and I think discipline is very important on the road for order to take place, You're not going to be disciplined, overtaking people, and think you're not going to cause accidents that are going to cause jam, So one time I was in a congregation and they were giving statistics of how much traffic jam causes, burns a lot of money in just seconds and minutes. Millions and millions of dollars are being, lost by a country every moment, every minute spent in traffic jam, literally. The burning of more fuel, the late coming of people in workplaces and all that. So it's literally entering into the efficiency, time use. People are losing deals, people are losing flights, people are losing, literally in traffic jam. So if you can have a fluid movement of people from one place to the other in a city, you're really making people money, People are not losing deals. Because you can lose a deal just because you reached late. Maybe that person had to go somewhere and you reached late and you're like, dude, it's time up, I have to go. Because people have to make money, people have to get on the go, So people are not going to wait for you just because you're stuck in traffic jam. No, it's not going to happen. So I think we really need to fix that in Kampala, because we can't. A lot of fuel is burnt there, in just traffic jam. That fuel, we're losing a lot of money out of the country, because we literally are not using fuel that is made from the country. We are buying fuel from other countries. So the more fuel we're using, the more we are cashing out. And a few people in the economy are actually benefiting from this cash we're cashing out. So there's a lot to talk about that, but it's something to ponder about, something to literally look into, Something needs to be fixed. We need to get effective in how things are being, conducted in our city, Because at the end of the day, we're the ones who are losing. So I don't know who this is. I don't know which kind of ears are listening to this, but if this falls in your ears and you have some kind of stakes in making decisions in our city, Kampala, I think it's high time you got serious with certain things and definitely made some change in our city, So one of the things that I really do want to talk about this, but guys, you need to hear everything, I mean, it's just 4 days I've been here and I've experienced a number of things, but I think there's even a lot more to experience if I stayed probably a month. But guys, it's really kind of expensive, I'm living literally in a hotel and stuff like that. So I can't stay here long. I gotta go back home, make some more money, So the thing is, of course I've managed to walk around the city, both daytime and at night. And walking around the city at daytime, I came across this street. It's called River Road. And there's another road right opposite it. And you can imagine, I don't want to say it, it's there's a certain entrepreneurship that has been in existence. It's for the longest, a certain trade. You guys are clicking, right? So okay, let me just put it out there. I hope this video is not affected by it. But it's prostitution. Daytime freaking prostitution in the streets of Nairobi. Guys, this was crazy. The first day I saw these ladies just standing on the roadside, and I didn't give it much thought. The second day, because I had to go and get data from the mobile money stand there, and I asked this lady, who are those people? Why are those people just standing there, And she told me, they are doing business. Okay, I didn't click immediately, and I'm like, after a few seconds, I'm like, dude, they're actually prostitutes. And I asked her just to confirm, and she was like, yeah, daytime. So this is a shock, because in Kampala, unless I'm just being naive, but in Kampala, this is actually rare to come by. Of course, there's prostitutes in Kampala, but they exist in the night. You're not gonna just run into them in the daytime. That I haven't experienced, that I haven't seen, unless just someone tell me in the comments if you've seen that in Kampala. But yeah, in Nairobi, I have actually seen that. And I don't know other places around Nairobi, but that street, it is crazy, honestly. It is crazy. And most of these people are really young girls, And who knows why people do certain things. So, who knows? But yeah, it's crazy out here. It's really, really crazy, So the other thing that I want to say is, just as in Kampala, we have our main telecom companies being MTL and Airtel. Here, it is actually Airtel and Safaricom, And I don't know if they have other telecom networks as we have in Uganda. Of course, in Uganda we have Laika, we have, I don't know the rest. Like in Uganda Telecom, I don't know if it still works. But it's also moving into that trajectory where we have only two major telecom companies. So that's what is happening here. And the other thing is, data is actually really, really cheap here. For 100 bob here, for 100 Kenya shillings, I was able to get 3 GB and free WhatsApp. That means that if the 3 GB run out, you can still have your WhatsApp running till the expiry time of the data that you hold. So literally, you're running out of data doesn't mean that you're going to get off WhatsApp. So 3 GB for 100 Kenya shillings, which is about almost 2,700 or 3,000 shillings Uganda, So that also tells us something that these guys should, in Uganda, it's just too much. It's too expensive to buy data in Uganda. 2 GB, 3 GB in Uganda would cost 5,000 shillings, I'm sure. If I'm not mistaken, it's actually about 5,000 shillings, So it's just crazy, So those are some of the cultural shocks. There's a lot to be said. There's a lot to just show you guys and stuff. But for now, that's part 1. See you guys in the next video. Subscribe for those who haven't subscribed. And guys, let's trap. I can't wait to even move to the next city. But this has been amazing. And I hope to come back to Nairobi. And I want to collaborate with you guys, DM me if you're a content creator from Nairobi. I would like to definitely come back and collaborate with you. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye.